So everyone's been going on about how this World Cup is going to be huge. But for me, un perfecto because all the games are late at night. Just look at what time it is right now. 3:55 in the morning. So this time tomorrow I'll be watching South Korea versus Czech Republic. You know what I mean? So okay, bring it on. My sleep schedule, my Fox sleep schedule is being matched. Okay, let's go. All jokes aside, I'm not really sure what to think of this World Cup. Usually it's a bit of a vibe, but this year, I'll be honest, I've watched some of the friendly games that have been played over there. It looks like it's going to be shit. The weather has been extreme both ways. And then the football, it just looks slow. It really just looks slow. Now, starting off with Group A, they have up to 40 teams this season, which means that some of the groups, there's at least one shitter in most of them, but this one, genuinely could see any of them going through. Obviously, we have to take into account that's in America, so obviously the conditions are going to come into play. But for me, this one is going to be Mexico top, then the Czech Republic, then South Korea I'm going to put ahead, and then South Africa. I know South Africa may be able to deal with the conditions the best, other than maybe Mexico. But Mexico went top for me because I'm sure they're playing all their group stage games at home plus the round 16 game if they get through to that as well. So yeah, I mean, that'll be up for it. And I understand the Czech Republic may not be able to deal with the weather as good as South Africa or South Korea. Like I said, can't see either of those teams also going through in first or second, but I just think those other teams don't have the quality. I mean, South Korea's best player is probably still Son, and he's playing in the MLS. So yeah, and South Africa's best player is Lyle Foster. Group B for me is Switzerland and top. I just think they've got the best players out of the four in this group. Second, I'm going to go with one of the other host nations in Canada again. I think they'll be able to deal with it. They'll have something to fight for, try and at least get to the round of 16. You know, that'll be a minimum, given that's the host. And I think Bosnia did do well to beat Italy in the qualifying, and I do think they will get through in third place, because I mean that's a stupid rule in itself why a third place team's go through, but they're one of the 8 getting through. I mean, barely anyone's fucking going out, but yeah, just because Qatar are in this group, I think Bosnia will win that game. I do see it being close. I do think Bosnia could still get through over Canada because I think Bosnia are probably a better team than Canada, but I think Canada will probably really, really want it more. Then moving on to Group C, unfortunately, Haiti, you're for me, I just know nothing about you, and that's probably because you are shit. But well done to get into the World Cup. You know, you got a chance. You've got a chance when you're there. It's up to you to do something. Scotland are obviously in this group now. No Scotland, no Barty, not from Scotland, but you know it's a tune. In terms of this group, honestly, I could see Morocco or Brazil finishing first. I am going to go Brazil. I think the quality is good. They've probably got, off the top of my head, Marquinhos and Gabriel's probably the best centre-back partnership, at least on paper, in terms of what they've done for the clubs, out of anyone at the tournaments. And then Morocco, for me, did very well in the last World Cup. I know it was 4 years ago, but they've also then, again, it was on a technicality, but at least they got to the final of the AFCON and then obviously won it, where everything that's happened there. Scotland do tend to struggle a bit when they come up against a team that's pretty much on their level or just slightly above. So yeah, and I think Brazil and Morocco will 100% deal with the weather better than them. And I think Brazil have the most quality, so they're top for me. Again, though, like with Bosnia in the last group, I do see Scotland going through based on the fact that even if you think Scotland is shit, they should be able to beat Haiti. Like, come on, like, sorry Haiti, but you dog shit. Moving on to Group D then, I see Turkey finishing top. Another host nation, the US. Again, I think they are a bit overhyped. I don't think they're going to go that far. You know, everyone's making out like they're going to get the final. Well, the Americans, you know, we like it, we love it. These lot are going to be embarrassing, I know, but it will create some good, funny moments, to be fair. But the reason I see them going through in the second is because I was actually looking at some of the fixtures again. I know that they are, you know, friendlies and stuff, but Australia don't really play anyone, even in friendlies, outside of whatever, continent they're in. Paraguay are in a tougher continent, but they do pretty shit against teams. USA don't do particularly good, but they've had results here and there, and Obviously, they can't play them for World Cup qualification, but in friendly games, they do try and play the best teams in Europe and stuff. So you have to rate them for that, and that makes them a bit more used to playing those teams. So it'll give them more of an expectation of what is to come. Group E, now this one again is quite tough for me, particularly between the second and third place, in my opinion. Although I could see the team that I'm considered for those places also finishing first. Curacao again, unfortunately. You just shit me. I mean, Tahith Chong again, that's your best player. Like, fucking hell, man. Couldn't even do it at Luton. Now, I don't think Germany is as good as they once were, and I don't think they'll do very good at the tournament as a whole. But I still think they've got enough quality to get through these games. I don't think it will be as easy. I think it might be a couple 1-0s. I do think the third place team will also get through in this group again because of Curacao, and I think whoever wins will win that. I'm going to put Ecuador in second and Ivory Coast in third. I just think Ecuador are more solid defensively, and I think that will make them harder to break down, and it means that you have to rely on quality a lot more. Now, Ivory Coast can obviously also probably be able to deal with the heat, but so will Ecuador, and I think Hincapié, Caicedo, and even Enner Valencia up top, he can score a goal if given the chance. Not 10 out of 10, but he can do a job. And I think even a couple draws probably gets them through here, so yeah. I'm going Ecuador in second, Ivory Coast in third, just because I think they haven't quite got the proper quality. Now, Group F is the next one. We've got Sweden, the Netherlands, Tunisia and Japan in this one. Now, first, probably not a shock, we've got the Netherlands. Decent group, they've got some players in there who I think, yeah, a bit shit. I mean, I think Gakpo's in the squad. Don't know how he's had a proper shit season, but yeah. Reinders, obviously, I know very well. He's had a bit on and off season, but if he plays consistently, he can step up. But I just think they've got too much quality in their squad in comparison to other teams in the group. Second, though, is where the shock probably happens for you. I'm going with Japan. I just think a lot of this is based off the last tournament in Qatar, where they did well. They had Germany and Spain in their group. And again, I know I said Germany aren't the Germany of old, but to get through that group, I think they actually finished first or second as well. Very fucking good. And I also add that to the fact that, I looked at Sweden's games. They only just got through in the knockout qualifiers and all that. And yes, they've got Isak, Gyökeres, players like that. But generally, I've looked through their fixtures. They don't do very well, particularly against teams that are anywhere near their level. They haven't really done well in past tournaments either, even the Euros and stuff like that. So I don't see them doing better than Japan. I'm not going to sit here and chat shit. I can't name you 9 or 10 players from Japan. But whenever I've watched them at these big tournaments, they seem to step up, at least some, especially in the group stages. So I'm going to go with them. And then, obviously, Tunisia in fourth. Bosnia, Scotland, Ivory Coast, Sweden are the last third place teams. This might have been split up into multiple parts because of how long this took. But I'll see you in a bit.